Hey there, it's Gone Girl. I'd like to say a few things about if you see something, say something. We have an epidemic out there of child abuse, child neglect, SA of children, child trafficking, all sorts of abuse is on children. Do you want to know why it is so widespread now? It's because we're closing our eyes to it. We are saying, oh, I saw this and this, but I'm not going to say anything. My neighbor, I saw this happen or that happened. I'm not going to say anything. There's cases that I know about that people have gone into other people's houses and find that a dad with an SA of a young child is showering with his 5-year-old daughter and nothing is said. Even though said child is sleeping in the bed with him and the mom's, you know, literally taking a shower with her. And in this case, there's not even doors on the bathroom or any other place in the house. This can only go on when good people stay silent. Because in a lot of cases, aunts, uncles, neighbors see things and say nothing. They see a kid that's getting smacked around by a parent, and I'm not talking, a spank on the butt. I mean a really more like they're fighting an adult or they're real abuse. But they say, well, I don't want to get involved. That's their family issue. Let them sort it out themselves. Or you see neglect. You see kids that haven't had a bath in a week or two, and their clothes haven't been changed for 3, 4 days. And you say nothing. You literally say nothing. Or you see kids, and I'm talking kids, I would say under 15, I'm talking about. You see kids on the internet in your presence, and they're playing a game, and you know that they're playing with adults, but you say nothing and you do nothing. There are all kinds of abuse and neglect out there of our children, but they're perpetuated by our silence. The more we say, oh, we'll stay out of that, not my business, it's their problem, people forget children don't have a voice. Children can't protect themselves. Children can't rescue themselves. There's nothing a child can do in those situations to get themselves out of those situations. It's up to adults to help them. We're in a see no evil type of environment these days. Where's it gotten to us? How many more cases do we have to see in the news of child neglect that leads to death? Or child abuse, like SA? I'll tell you, those scars don't heal. They don't. Those kids are going to be messed up, and then they in turn are going to mess up the next generation and the next generation. Why don't we care? Are we lazy? Are we so apathetic that kids don't matter? They just don't matter. There are parents in a home where this stuff is going on, and there's more than one adult, and yet they say nothing. I don't get it. I'm become a firm believer of see something, say something. If we don't say anything, it won't stop. It's just going to be a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger mess. There's a saying, children are our future. What are we putting in these children to become our future? What are we investing? Nowadays, people aren't investing time in their kids. Devices are. There are people that aren't investing good food, proper rest, proper hygiene. They're not investing that in their children. So, what kind of future are we building? You can't build a future on a messed up foundation and expect it not to be chaos. It, it doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. Your family is your first defense. Now, when that defense is broken and there's nothing going right in it, then our relatives are the next defense. But when they turn a blind eye to that and say, oh, not my business, well, there goes the kid's second defense. Teachers don't want to say anything in case they're wrong. So, damn, there's your third defense gone. Neighbors who see things and don't want to say things, they don't want to get involved. Well, that's the fourth defense gone. And then, bang, we turn on our TV or our internet and we go, a kid's gone missing, a kid is murdered, a baby's dead due to neglect or abuse. And we go, oh my God, that is so horrible. How can that happen? I just explained how it can happen. Is good people do nothing. People in a position that could be a hero in a child's life literally do nothing. And then we expect the police, the FBI, the coroners, the court systems, we expect them to clean up the proverbial mess that our inactivity has caused. It doesn't make sense. We have the power to change the world one little bit at a time. But the first priority in changing the world is to protect the children in it, take care of the children in it, nurture the children in it, make sure they have the healthy foods and the exercise programs. I really think the kids' sport teams and all that stuff should be free, or at least people in power or money could provide that for free. I think devices, when it's not needed for school and work, should have a timer on them that you can only access them for so many hours a day, and then the kids would actually go outside because they have nothing better to do. Because, as I said in the previous video, our devices, our electronics are the ones bringing up the children. We're not. If you think you are, you're wrong. Now, I'm not saying this that all parents and all families are like what I'm talking about. I'm just saying wake up. It is our problem. It's not that family's problem. It's not that child's family. It is our problem. You know, people are saying, oh, we got to go help fight in a war, or we have to go fight for our freedoms. Why are we so willing to do that, but we're not willing to help an innocent child? I don't know. I would just think about that and come up with what makes sense. What makes sense? Does our keeping our nose out of other people's business more important than a child's life? I don't know. I can't answer that question for anybody else. But, anyways, I hope you have a great rest of the week. I hope the sun shines no matter where you are. Be good to each other. Be kind to each other. Keep your eyes open and help where you can. You know, sometimes helping a child doesn't cost a thing. Anyways, it's gone, girl. She's gone.